click on Show More to read along. Enjoy. If you can see waves crashing on the beach with a zoom lens 100 miles out to sea, then you already know that the Earth is flat. You just haven't connected the dots yet. If you go out at sea 150 miles and look around 360 degrees, then you've just surveyed 1% of the entire world's surface, and you can plainly see that it's flat regardless of where you are. If you know that we've been navigating by fixed star location for over 6,000 years, then you already know that the Earth is stationary. You just need to put the pieces together. I know that the story of Genesis has been made to sound foolish, but it's nothing compared to what mainstream science would have us believe in. They are trying to hide our souls from us by hiding creation from us. Up until the 1920s, teachers were being prosecuted for teaching the heliocentric model. When an airplane comes over the horizon as it gets closer to the observer, it only looks like it's rising, but in reality, it has always been parallel to the ground. It's the same with the sun and moon risings. They don't rise, nor does the Earth rotate. The sun or moon, like everything else, simply approaches that starting at the apparent horizon and apparently rises, bringing with it its small and local light as it approaches the observer. All commercial airplane windows are curved, except of course the pilot's. However, although you can't help but to see the induced curvature, the horizon itself always comes up to your eye level, whether you are lying on the beach or photographing from above the clouds. You will never look down on the horizon. This is an obstacle that not even the best of liars can deal with. If the Earth was a ball, then when you are in an airplane, you would be looking down on the horizon, but instead the horizon always comes up to your eye level, which is something that could never happen on a ball. You will learn more from a flat Earth beginner than you will ever learn in school. For example, if you go to any beach anywhere and look straight out, you will be able to see about 5 miles before the Earth's so-called curvature limits your vision. However, you can also see 5 miles to your right and 5 miles to your left. That's 10 miles of flat ocean. Does this mean that the Earth must be a tube? No, it means that your vision is limited mostly due to the fact that the atmosphere has density. How could there suddenly be hundreds of millions of flat earthers across the plane unless there was a realization, a latent awakening? Evolution is a fraud, and the people are waking up from their government-induced comas. The first thing we learn in life is that the Earth is round, because they want us to already be thinking that we already know. This way, by the time we're old enough to ask any questions, we won't. Before we are even out of the crib, we have round planets spinning around over our heads, and we just lay there for years, looking at them, fixating on them. They're called mobiles. They prime us. If the Earth was spinning, tilting or wobbling, then oceans climbs would not be possible, resulting in all of the oceans being stirred together into one ocean. There wouldn't be bluish Atlantic and greenish Pacific. All the oceans would have the same salinity. They would be indistinguishable. If this is what it feels like to be spinning around at 1,000 miles an hour, then tell me what it would feel like to be at rest. The same? That's not at all rational. It's not nature that's filled with illusions, it's the classrooms that are filled with lies. What we see is reality. What we hear is not. Flat Earth isn't a conspiracy, Ball Earth is. The wizard Pythagoras, 570 through 495 BC, cast his spell and called it science. Do you trust science because it's given us world peace and wiped out hunger and disease? When you research for yourself, you'll never take someone else's word for anything else ever again.